Diamonds in the rough. NFL Draft Diamonds. Time to shine.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Williams with NFL Draft Diamonds, and today I have with me Jordan Harris, who's an offensive lineman out of Furman. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Can you describe to our viewers a little bit about your overall career?
Yeah, so I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. Went to Pace Academy. I was recruited by Jimmy Lindsay and Bruce Fowler at the time. Coach Fowler resigned my freshman year when I redshirted, and then Coach Enders took over. My first year really playing, I ended up having an injury, playing only 3 games and missing the rest of the season. Moved to offensive line my redshirt sophomore year. And that was 2018. From the 2018 to 2019 season, I played offensive line for Furman. We were co-champs in the Southern Conference 2018. 2019, we made the FCS playoffs, lost in the first round. And now 2020, we're looking to do bigger and better things. Sort of just a rundown on my career.
Cool. One of the things that, if people don't really know about Furman that you guys do very well is actually run the ball. You got yourself a really good running back there, Devin Wynn, and really a few other guys, too, that are able to really do a good job moving the ball down the field. Again, just to go back and highlight a little bit, you were originally a defensive lineman coming in, and then you moved over and ended up playing right guard. Can you just let me know what you believe is the best part about your game?
I think myself, and just our unit in itself, just pride ourselves on moving guys off the line of scrimmage, creating holes for the running backs to hit downhill. And for me, I just take pride in, coming off the ball, moving people, working with the guy next to me, getting to the second level, and taking care of those guys so the running backs can work and shine. And overall, that's pretty much how our offense works with, really good guys on the inside and also guys out on the perimeter.
Cool. And I was going to ask you, again, everybody's offseason is a little different, but for the most part, we have, COVID-19 restrictions that hit us. Can you maybe give me some kind of, a picture about how your off season has been? Like, what have you been working on, and how have you been trying to make yourself a better athlete?
Yeah, so right now I've been training at the Sports Rehab Center, Dash Performance, and a couple gyms near my house during the quarantine. And my main thing is just making sure that I stay fit, keep my body together and healthy, and while in preparing for 2020 season, regardless of, the conditions and the situations that are going on right now with our season.
Right. So, again, you guys are actually preparing to play as of right now. You guys are actually preparing to play for, this upcoming season. I was going to ask you to just give me maybe one particular play or moment throughout your career so far that maybe just kind of highlights you specifically, or it's just something that's very memorable that you're willing to share about your experience.
My favorite play was in the first quarter of the Charleston Southern game last year, first game of the season. Darren Granger on a quarterback direct run scores a touchdown, and me and my roommate Reed Krober push him in against Charleston Southern defenders into the end zone for a touchdown. And it's a picture of me pushing Darren while defenders are sort of tackling him, and Reed is pushing him as well. And it's just a great picture. I'll probably get it framed one day. Probably my favorite moment as, just a student, just being here at Furman. And that was a really great experience. Just that game in itself was awesome.
Cool. Also in my notes, I have that, during your experience in high school, you were actually on the basketball team. Talk to me about your experience playing basketball and maybe perhaps how that has helped you on the football field.
I love playing basketball. I played pretty much all my life, since I was 9 years old, and it was awesome. I ended up my last basketball game was the state championship my senior year, which we won. And basketball has just taught me to be, incessantly competitive. With AAU, you might play 6 or 7 games in a weekend. And the thing that it teaches you is that you have to just know how to turn it on at all times, be competitive, bring that passion, that energy, that intensity that it takes to, compete against high level competition, albeit wherever the circumstances are. It could be, a church, it could be courts with 6 different refs, like a bunch of courts with, 6 different refs blowing whistles. And you just have to be nonstop competitive. That's something basketball has taught me. I probably carried it over to football.
Cool. I was going to ask you also, tell me a little bit about who you are, outside of sports. I realize that I think you're a double major, I think you said, right? Which was urban studies and political science. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
So tell me a little bit something else about yourself that maybe not everybody knows.
This summer's been pretty cool. I've been interning with the city of Greenville planning and zoning division, and I'm just working as a development planner intern. And, part of my goal in life, I want to work as a city planner and then ultimately in city administration when I get older. So that's something that probably people don't know about me.
Cool. You were also telling me a little bit about how you, I don't know, I have in my notes the public address thing at Furman. What is it exactly that you do there?
So I do a lot of voiceover work and public address announcing for the athletic teams. And that'll be in the spring semester just because I have a lot more time on my hands. And it's something to sort of just keep me busy. It's a passion of mine. I enjoy bringing energy to the crowd. The other athletes enjoy it and they appreciate it. So I'm happy to, make them happy and make their experiences great as well.
Cool.
Pretty awesome thing.
So I was going to give you the opportunity to, maybe give a shout out to some of the people that have helped mold and shape you into the man that you are today, the player that you are today. Talk to me about some of the coaches that have really, been influential in your life. If maybe there's one lesson that you learned from one of them that you want to share.
Yeah, I mean, I owe a lot to Kevin Johnson and Chris Slade, my 2 coaches back in high school. I owe a lot to them because, they convinced my parents, to let me play football in high school. And they, convinced them that football would be, an engine for me. So I owe a lot to them, forever in debt to them. And I appreciate them to this day for what they've done for me. 2 great individuals. I'm also very appreciative, a lot to my head coach, Clay Hendricks, and Peter Musk, my offensive line coach. They do a great job getting us prepared to go out and compete. They're masterminds, really smart guys in terms of scheme, and really appreciate all they've done for me while I've been in college.
Cool. And there's also a lot of guys on your team that at least I know are on my board, one of which is Devin Wynn, your running back. Is there any other teammate that you just want to give a shout out to real quick, just that people really need to know about?
Yeah, I mean, so many guys. I guess I'll just do my side of the ball. My roommate Reed Krober, both my centers, Cole Neely and Evan Jumper. We have 2 really good quarterbacks who get the job done whenever their number is called. Darren Granger and Ham Sisson. And our running backs are incredible. We got, as I was talking about, we have great guys on the perimeter: Wayne Anderson, Corey Watkins. And then we have guys that you can give the ball in the middle to: Dominic Roberto, Devin Abrams, Devin Wynn through the tackles. So, I mean, those guys, they call it RBU, and they deserve that title.
Cool. As we
I'll
begin,
also give a shout out to my receivers, Ryan DeLuca and Ryan Miller. They would probably feel some type of way that I just forgot them, but
no, well,
shout out the receivers too.
cool. I mean, yeah, definitely need to give the love to a little bit of everybody. I totally get that. So,
No, definitely.
hey, Jordan, as we begin to wrap up, two more questions for you. One that I ask everybody, and that is, just give me your why. Why do you play football? What's your motivation?
I enjoy playing football, and it completes me and brings me happiness.
It's pretty short and sweet and to the point.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, tell me about some of your motivation. Like, maybe when things really aren't going your way, what's something that gets you through the tough times?
Yeah, football can sometimes be very challenging, but ultimately the challenges and overcoming those probably make me a better person. Through the seasons and through the years. So you got to be as appreciative of the failures and the lows as much as the triumphs. And I've probably had more failures and lows in college than triumphs in itself. So,
well, again, I want to try my best to just kind of promote you as best as I can. So obviously, I feel like you really have a lot going for you. Again, one of the things that I feel like is really good about you as a player is that just your ability to learn. I mean, you came in as a defensive lineman, ended up learning a brand new position. Really been very effective there as a run blocker. You have a lot of people back there that need to be fed the ball. So obviously, you guys do a good job. Really quick before we finish up, give me your final pitch to a professional team as to why they should draft you, sign you, bring you in. What do you bring as a teammate?
well, first and foremost, I'm an addition, not a subtraction, which means you bring me into a locker room. I'm a guy that will add and will contribute as much as I can, and I pride myself on being a great teammate, being accountable, being dependable, and reliable. And I don't say these things just because they're not just keywords. These are things to live by. You strap it up and you try to think, how can I make the man next to me better? So my whole goal is when I try to be the best teammate I can be and try to better myself as a player. Each and every period, each and every practice, and each and every week.
Cool. Well, Jordan, I really appreciate our time together. This has been great just to get to know you as a person as well as an athlete. Again, I have you listed on my board as one of the best small school offensive linemen for
Thank you.
the upcoming season. Again, you play more or less right guard right now. Again, this is Jordan Harris, offensive lineman at Furman. Jordan, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Jimmy.